Hello, Grace Harbor family. I am glad that I get to bring you the devotional today. Today it's from Titus chapter 1, verse 15 through 16. And what it says is this: To the pure, all things are pure. But to those who are corrupted and do not believe, nothing is pure. In fact, both their minds and their consciousness are corrupted. They claim to know God, but by their actions they deny him. They are detestable, disobedient, and unfit for doing anything good. So I think Paul has something that he's getting off his chest here, right? It seems like it when you read it. You're just kind of like, wow, that was pretty harsh, the words that he's saying. But what he's saying is he's making this distinct line between those who have hope and those who believe in God and those who don't. And then he sheds light on this idea that those who have this hope are completely different than those who don't have hope in God. And the only thing that is worth doing in this life is to honor God and to do things that are going to bring him honor. And it's because of the hope that we've found in him. And so when we do these things, we do them out of appreciation for the sacrifice that Jesus made for us on the cross. And so we have to constantly be pointing back to God and the things that we do. And if you don't have that hope, it's going to be really hard to honor God without understanding the hope. And then there's this thing that I wrote down, like, how are you going to know if you don't know love, how are you going to know how to share love with someone else appropriately? And if you don't have peace in your life, how are you going to share peace with someone else? And if you don't have hope in this life, how are you going to share hope with someone? And the answer is you cannot. You can't share hope, peace, or love, or any of these things if you don't actually understand how to express it, where it comes from, the source of this hope comes from. And so you and I have this unique position in life, and Paul writes this even deeper line in this passage where he talks about those who believe in God, but their actions actually deny that. And so it reminds us that not only do we have to say these things and believe them in our heart, but we actually have to start doing them. And when we do them, it will bring honor to God. And so he's having these harsh words, but he's having these harsh words because there's people out there who are saying, I believe in God. I know God. I've been to church before. And then they're denying God with the way that they act. They're not appreciative of the life that God has given them. They're not appreciative of the job that God has given them. They're not appreciative of the family that God has given them. And we have to take a second this week and remind ourselves why we have hope, why we know love, why we have peace in this life. And the reality is that I have peace in this life because of Jesus Christ, the sacrifice that he made. He willingly gave his life for me. And so when we take that inventory and we start reflecting on what God has done for us, we then in turn start living for him and honoring him, not just with our words, not just with the things that we say, but with our actions too. And those actions actually back up our words. So I encourage you today, start thinking about your life, because we don't want to be what it says at the very end of this, those people who don't do those things. They're detestable, they're disobedient, and they're unfit for doing good. And so you and I want to be fit for doing good. I'm sure of that. So I love you all. I hope you have a great day.